All right, it is Sunday. We're getting ready to leave. Last day, and you can see Mark, he's going to unplug us right now. It's the last day of the Super Show, the Florida RV Super Show here. And we had a blast. We didn't put a video out this past Sunday, but we had such a good time with Stacie and Tom from RV, I almost said Texas, RV America, y'all. We hung out with them a lot. So we got to know them really well. If you haven't subscribed to their channel or you don't know them, you probably all know them anyways. Go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to us too while you're at it. So anyways, while we were here, a lot of people were stopping us, asking Mark about what he thinks and the lithium package and all this other stuff. We actually met two of subscribers, friends, Keith and Wendy, and Waldo and Lisa, and they're actually looking to buy a new Newmar. So they had a lot of questions. So Mark being Mark, he dragged them along and showed them the bays, the battery bays in the newer Dutch Star and London Aire to show them their lithium package that comes with it now. The cool thing that Mark was excited about when he first opened up one of those bays earlier this week was that it looks a lot like what we got. So with working with National Indoor RV Center, which brings me to that third video is coming out. It might be a few weeks because Mark is editing it. He's working on it. It's really involved. He's researching, getting all the information and facts straight. So it's going to be out there. Hang in there. It's coming. But anyways, he was pulling around Keith and Waldo to take a look at these lithium packages. And what they started talking about was what Tom and Stacie put on their Newmar. So they're right there. So we walked over and started talking about their package, how it came about, and just a lot of information. As I'm recording, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is a plethora of information. So I recorded the whole conversation. So that's what this video is about. We're basically winging it. If you know those guys, we're winging it with them. This is Mark and Sue's version, though.
And you get what we edit.
That is true.
Wait, you get
what we give you. So we hope you enjoy this. People are leaving. We hope you enjoy this. We totally enjoyed the conversation. And stay tuned because Mark's video will be coming out on the final lithium. We do have another video on our whole experience here at the Tampa show too. We had a blast. Thank you everybody for stopping to say hi and showing up at our meet and greet. It was more than just our parents there, which was delightful. We were worried for a while.
It was tough getting them there too.
So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video.
Indiana from, we literally had a little over 2,000
Oh my
miles
God, I didn't
on
know
the
that.
coast. Oh yeah. So the 2,000 miles was 1,000. They took it down to Dallas.
Right.
We
Yeah.
picked it up and we went right back.
up to
Yeah.
9-8.
So we had 2,000 miles. They literally, a few days later, they took the whole coach apart. I mean,
and it was a little bit.
it was seriously
Nerve-wracking.
emotional.
You haven't even used it.
We
Brand
haven't
new.
even used it, and we look at it. Stacie goes,
Yeah.
What
did you
have
do?
we done? Because they ripped our inverter out, and they, and they rewired the whole thing. This is a brand new inverter.
Yeah.
I will tell you, as luck would have it, this was just luck. There were some folks in the campground there at MasterTech where we got it done, and they wanted a new inverter.
Yeah.
They
Well,
wanted a
we had a brand
3,000
new
watt
inverter.
inverter. I said,
Yeah.
well, guess what? I got a brand new one. I'll make you a hell of a deal.
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah.
a sticker on it.
Yeah. So we sold it to him right away. So at least we got
So
something.
he got a deal.
He got a deal.
And a new
Yeah.
inverter.
And,
we,
so, and then they kept it. MasterTech got another deal because they were going to have to install it
Oh,
for
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So
So how
But-
long did it take?
it literally took them all summer,
Yeah.
but probably 2.5 to 3 months. But in the middle of that, the Wyoming FMCA rally happened,
Yeah.
and we were signed up for it.
Yeah.
But they got us to the point where we're okay to travel.
wanted
us to
and
test
they wanted
what they
us
had
to
done.
test it.
Yeah.
And the solar was already on there, and it was wired and everything. So we take off for Wyoming. What happens? Our whole 12-volt system goes down. Everything goes down. We pull into a KOA thinking, okay, we'll plug into 50 amp, we'll be
Well,
okay.
no, it went down when
Oh,
we
that's
were hooking
right.
up at the camp.
Yeah, we were hooking up. Well, we were having troubles.
Yeah.
But then we hook up to the system. I go to put out the bedroom slide.
Which is electric.
Electric. Boom. 12-volt system goes down.
Which, oh, by the way, means we can't flush our toilet.
Oh,
Yeah.
We can't control the air conditioners.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't,
So
you know.
what I did immediately, we're in a KOA. Immediately, I'm like, get the codes to the bathroom. Because now tonight, we're going to be without a toilet. So it's like, we got to make sure we can get into the bathroom.
Give me the code.
Give me the code, and we're going to be in darkness. And
I would just put my cot in the
But
bathroom.
see, the problem was the problem was we were doing an install that was a little more difficult because it was Silverleaf was involved, and
Right.
That was
Silverleaf.
long enough ago where that was
That was
like the
brand
Wild
new.
West
Oh,
of
yeah.
solar.
It was the
Yes.
Wild West,
Yeah.
and so luckily MasterTech has had a Silverleaf specialist, and he's very
So-
good. But
So let me just jump
Yeah.
in here for a second. It was the 4th of July.
yes,
Oh,
4th
wow.
of July.
Of course
So,
No
it was.
power.
And
No, of course it was.
the guys at MasterTech have a huge booth planned for the FMCA rally.
Oh.
And that's why they had said, come on, because it'll give us a chance to
Oh,
test it. We can
make
tweak
it
things
check it
while
out.
we're
And
here.
they'll
We
have
can see how
techs
things
there.
are working. We can run tests. So two of our techs are hopping flights, on their way. So we're calling them, and every time they get off a plane, they're calling us.
Trying to
back.
help us troubleshoot it.
Okay.
One of the
Is that to see
electrician
after the fact?
was at a
Yeah.
fireworks show with his
Yeah,
family.
good
He
job.
stepped away from that and was walking us through some things to check. The owner of MasterTech was driving by himself across the country from Elkhart, Indiana to Gillette,
With a
Wyoming,
40-foot trailer.
a huge show trailer.
Yeah.
And he's taking the southern route, and we're taking the northern route.
Yeah.
So he's a long way away from us. He called us. He said, "Where are you? I'll be there by the morning."
Oh.
So he changed
He's got
his route.
his entire
Yeah.
display that's to be
Yes.
set up.
Well,
behind
he was
him.
able to do that because of RV Trip Wizard. He was able to easily change his route.
Oh my God!
So,
But how did he find where to stop for diesel fuel?
Oh, well, let's talk about the Open Roads ad.
Oh, wow, what's that?
So, but
Send an email to ourjourneyandmiles@gmail.com.
yeah, but Stacie. Then now we're in darkness,
Yeah.
and the emotions are flowing.
Yeah.
We have a brand new coach,
yeah,
all
so
the
Tim
way
drives
there,
out of the way,
Yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning. He's there.
and he got us
gets
going.
us going. We caravanned with him the rest of the way to
Okay.
the show. They made tweaks. Then we went back to
MasterTech for another month.
Finished it off.
But see, you guys bought a cutting-edge system
Yeah.
when things were
Yeah.
still being
Yeah.
developed.
Right,
Yeah.
no, that's right.
What you
Correct.
have now, people are going to end up with in the future.
Oh, there's
because
no doubt.
all of these
Right.
12-volt systems that we see now, it's going to change.
It's
because-
evolutionary from
Yeah.
what you guys
Right.
did.
Right.
And we don't know why. I guess there's so many things that are just 12-volt now, and they wanted to stay with the 12-volt, but I have no inside information,
Well,
but I would bet that
48
Newmar and everybody is going to be
48 volt is a lot more complicated than 12 volt
okay.
because our systems are still 12 volt.
Everything's 12 volt in the
but it has
coach,
to
Gotta change
communicate.
it
so it
down.
has to be
48 volt.
stepped down,
Yeah.
and that was
So-
the problem.
You got
So when you
36
add-
more of them volts.
When you
Right.
add in 24 volt or 48 volt and you start stepping that up,
Yeah.
it makes it a lot more complicated. So I'm just excited that Newmar is now doing the Lithionics batteries,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic. That is such a huge deal.
But have you heard from, are we recording? Have you heard from anyone that bought a factory installed system
It's
and
so
goes,
new.
and
But-
goes,
but
and goes,
it's
oh
been-
my God, this isn't
Yeah.
right.
No,
gotta take
I don't
it
think
back."
anybody's had any problems. Their whole the 23s came out with them,
Is that
right?
I
when
think
it started?
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's
and
new
they
still,
put them in
yeah.
the
Was it 22 or
the
23?
new Aire.
21 was the first year that it transitioned,
No.
Okay.
and then in 22 production year it started
Okay.
making-
maybe they did in the King Air, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
in the
Right.
20
Yeah.
21 they weren't doing
23
Lithionics batteries
and
yet, 'cause we have a
23
21.
they
Yeah.
put them in the new Air
Dutch
the
Star.
Mountain Air. No, I don't
Oh,
think
no,
they were in the
no.
Dutch
Oh,
Star
Dutch
yet.
Stars now. For
Yeah, Dutch
24.
Stars now.
Okay.
So 23,
Yeah.
it wasn't Dutch Stars. So maybe 24s, they're putting them in the Dutch Stars.
Yeah.
So you can see lithium is definitely going to be the future.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not the future. It's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
We
But
just, you know, my whole life, I've always been in high-tech type businesses, and I've always lived life on the edge. I have. Every
That's why
time-
he's married to Stacie.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
that's
that.
what I'm
You
doing,
beat me to
Stacie.
it.
Living on the edge.
Oh, no. But
You
that
said they're
was
gonna
the most
replace the
conservative
Lithionics with a
move I've ever
hydrogen
made.
jet.
But always, you know, new technologies came out. I was
Yeah.
always a part of them. And there was, you know, I knew there was going to be issues. But the end game is we absolutely love the system.
Like today.
Yeah, we
Oh,
love
great.
it.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
it.
And
When
it's
we
been
lose
great.
power at a campground, we don't even
We
know.
never know.
So how
We've-
big is your solar system on your roof?
We have
2,280
2,280 watts of
Okay,
solar.
so on a
Everything we
beautiful
can fit.
sunny day, and let's not talk about the air conditioner because that's an inordinate usage. If you had a beautiful sunny day from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and you were using your coach like you normally would your batteries end up having a net loss still throughout the
Well,
day?
if I'm not using the ACs with that solar, we would have no net
would
loss.
be-
No net
Close
loss.
to 100%.
None.
Okay,
None.
and if you use the air conditioner just for a reasonable, let's say 3, 4, 5 hours tops, you would still
5 to 10% maybe.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
say before it was finished, when we were in Gillette,
Yeah.
they were not done with our system yet, but all the panels were up and the batteries were in.
Yeah. Are
we
you?
ran, we were dry camping. We ran for 3+ days,
On the lithium.
running the air conditioners and
solar,
everything
running the
else.
ACs.
And you have no
We never
holes in
ran
your
the
roof
generator.
No holes
because
in
they
the roof.
bridged across.
Right?
They
And
did it
so-
on the frame system, and then it opens up so you got full access to your roof.
Well, we do. Just by the air
the air
conditioners.
conditioners.
Those panels.
The back
Oh,
is,
okay.
Those are
is
the only ones
the
that
back
do.
doesn't
Okay.
come up.
And ours are not designed to. Oh, the sun's going this
Oh.
way, so
No.
let's
Yeah,
pull 'em
yeah.
up. They're not. Is it doable? Absolutely, it's doable.
Yeah.
We didn't feel like that was that necessary.
Yeah.
But on a general day like today, with a beautiful sun,
Yeah.
if I check the solar, our solar won't register at all if the batteries are 100%.
Right.
Okay.
But if they need to be charged,
Yeah.
on a day like today, we would probably get around 2,100 watts of solar.
Because you're
At
always
all
going to
times.
have, you know, depending on where the sun is,
Yeah,
it's not
it
going to be hitting all the panels
fluctuates.
equally.
Okay.
And it's on 2 different solar controllers, you know,
Yeah.
so to make it more efficient. But yeah, no, today, if we weren't running the AC on a cool day, yeah, the solar would be all we need.
You have 640 amp hours, or what do you have?
We have 4 big batteries, and each one of them are 60 amp hours. So that's 240, but that's
48 volt.
48 volt.
Oh, okay. So you got to do the math.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you do the math, that changes that.
Well, wait, no,
What?
I'm saying it wrong.
No, we have 640.
I'm sorry, each one is 150
Yeah.
amp hours at
Okay.
48 volt.
Okay.
So we have 4 of them, so that's 600 at
Yeah.
48 volt. It's 2,400
It's like
at
having
12 volt.
24.
2,400 amp hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have a measly 6. We have a measly.
But
Okay.
that's not
Edit.
measly.
We have a measly.
320s.
Yeah, we have 3,320, so we have
That's not a
960.
measly. That's
Yeah.
that's still that's a
significant.
lot.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
significant.
here's the thing. Most folks are going to be plugged in at the pole for most of their travels,
Yeah.
except maybe the occasional overnight here and
Harvest
there.
hosed. whatever.
So that amount of batteries, and the thing about lithium batteries is you don't have to worry so much about how much charge they have in them.
That's the big
Whereas a
thing.
lead acid or an AGM, you go below
Oh,
50%,
yeah.
you're damaging your
Yeah.
battery.
Yeah.
And your lights start to dim and everything else.
Yeah.
So with lithium, you don't really have to worry about that as
Yeah.
much.
You have the correct voltage right
The
up
whole
to the
way.
end.
right up to zero.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You
then
can
with
be 10%.
Lithionics, you've got the never die feature
Right.
where at 10%,
They hold back 10%.
the system shuts
Yes.
off, and it gives you the opportunity. You got 10%. You know,
Yeah.
you can play the game and use the rest of this, but you're going to have problems then.
Right.
And you know, if you can get so low that you can't wake
Yeah.
the system
Right.
up
Might
easily.
start your
Right.
engine or your generator.
Right.
Yeah, so
Or plug
you
it.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
no, but you don't have to babysit them.
Yeah.
And if they get down to 30, 25, 20%,
Yeah.
it's not like a heart attack like the other batteries. No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
It's just a mini stroke.
right.
Yeah.
No, it is.
not.
It
It
is.
doesn't
It
damage
is.
them at
all.
It doesn't damage them at all.
No, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
huge.
And then you can just bring them right. In
But-
fact, they want to be exercised.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times you want to run them down to bring them back up,
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
exercise.
Do either of you guys know, does the lithium package on the Dutch Star or the London Aire, they don't have a second alternator,
No.
do they?
I don't think so.
No, that's not.
I
That's
doubt
not
it.
an option. They,
I
it's,
doubt
just, it's solar panels or the batteries.
Okay.
Solar
well-
panel and the battery combination
Or the
with
combo.
all the connectivity.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I should probably look in the battery compartment, not in the cable compartments, to see if they have the same gadget that we have, because Lithionics makes something called an ACR. It's an automatic combiner relay, and it's a kind of an industrial potted epoxy high duty cycle military grade switching relay that has a pigtail that comes out to an electronic box that is Bluetooth. And the cool thing about that was when you turn this Bluetooth app on, it's a picture of a diesel engine and battery wires going over to a chassis battery, and battery wires going over to a house battery, and everything's static. Well, you turn your engine on, and all of a sudden the fan belts start going on the engine, and depending upon which battery is calling for a different voltage or a different pop-off, all of a sudden a relay will open and you'll see the electrons going over to one battery, and you can watch the logic and the voltage and the amperage that's going to it. We don't have a lot of experience on ours so far, but the couple times that I looked at it, because I'm busy driving, I can't be looking at my app, but I looked at it one time and I was charging my batteries with 60 amps, and that's kind of about more than about all I want on the wimpy little, one that I have now. My alternator is 10 years old.
Right.
And I'm sure you have a dedicated alternator. It's probably sending 200 amps.
Right. It's dedicated. It goes directly to the battery.
Yeah.
Does it do anything with your horsepower?
No,
Anything
well,
like that? Maybe
a
a
little
tiny
bit, a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the batteries get to 100%, it shuts off.
Oh.
So then it doesn't affect the batteries
So it's not all the time.
Yeah.
or affect the horsepower.
Okay.
But it does have a little bit of a draw on the horsepower.
So you guys think that when you get the option of the lithium batteries, and I don't remember exactly.
Here's the thing: the option on the lithium package that comes with it for factory is a $26,000 option.
On Dutch Star or both?
And the same. It's the same cost,
what
except
does that
the
come
London Aire will be more because it's a third battery.
Two
Yeah.
300
Yeah.
amp batteries.
Yeah.
And I forget how many watts it's sold.
Yeah.
So
They're
on the
two
Dutch
separate
Star,
packages,
it's
12,000.
26,000.
Yes.
And do you get
Total like
any
40.
panels up on the roof for that?
Panels with
I don't
two
know.
batteries.
Yeah,
How many
room for a third.
batteries does it come with?
Two.
3.
There's room for a third.
Yeah, the Dutch Star to
Dutch
26.
Star.
640. Look at lithium ion 640 with two 3K inverters. 23,135.
Now remember that's retail.
Right. But that's the
dealer-
package.
The
That's the
dealer
package.
may discount
Yeah.
it from there.
Right.
So
Well, yeah.
do I say it's worth it? 100%.
I say 106%.
Yeah.
So-
You're 110.
106.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
All right,
Um,
we got to go to
We
free.
Yes,
got
we
a freight
do.
liner. Y'all can walk
Okay.
with us if
Okay.
you like, but we got
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, hey.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So that wraps up our version of Winging It, and we hope you enjoyed it and you got as much information out of it as we did. We enjoyed it a lot. So thanks for joining us, and stick with us. Mark's got his final lithium install package going to be coming out pretty soon. And we do have another longer version of our stay here at Tampa, so stay tuned for that too. And thanks again for everybody that stopped and said hello. What a community we have in the RV world. All right, we will see you next time.